Those who have come and go before us used to spend hours staring up into the night sky. It was a simple enjoyment, connecting little dots, making funny shapes. To some it was a hobby, but to others it quickly turned into a profession, wondering about our place in the universe. Maybe it was a key, maybe it was religion, maybe that's where the religion idea came from. But regardless, the sky was an inspiration. It was a guideline for a way of life. It might even have been more than that. The cause for everything in their life. The reason and the purpose. Sometime around 3000 BC, a scribe or a farmer or some lame, unimportant bored guy scribbles what become the foundations of the modern day zodiac on some clay tablet. This single moment sparks a fire throughout all of time that consumes every continent, as the Mesopotamians, Greeks, Romans, Native Americans, and all those throughout Europe, Africa, and Asia all decide that the stars are more than just little dots in the sky. They tell you what to plant and when to plant it, when to harvest it. Workers were guided by the great farmer in the sky, Cygnus. The heavens kept you fed, kept you happy, and kept you alive. They signaled and warned of the changings of the seasons. They were natural calendars. As the sky moved forward, so did time itself, to the point where they were synonymous. Kronos himself, the primordial god of time, whose birth marked the beginning of the gods themselves, turned the wheels of heaven and the constellations, bringing time and the heavens together as one. The stars told you, yes you, the peasant, the farmer, the priest, the mother, the scholar, the king, the college education major looking into investing who doesn't even know the terms puts and options and has already lost over $700, how to live and what to do. They were your gods. You partook in rituals to have a good harvest. You prayed to hunters, warriors, scholars, and sexy ladies and men to bring you food, storms, knowledge, wisdom, guidance, fertility, and victory in combat. They were your direction, and to follow that direction was your purpose. If you look up at the heavens today, you might be thinking to yourself, get a load of these stupid ancients. The sky's not so tough. It doesn't rule over me. Those ancients were idiots. Today we have science and innovations, and we've touched those stars. Who are they to rule over us? I'm sorry. It's not that simple, but it's not your fault you think that way. If you look at the sky today, you'll be looking at a completely different sky than the ancients did. For starters, the Earth naturally drifts in its place among the stars. Take a look at the North Star. Well, a while ago, that wasn't the North Star. This was a star called Vega. And way before either of those, it was this one, named Thuban, and many others before. But without even considering how the sky we view drifts ever so slightly, every second, every day, every millennia, the sky is polluted. And yes, pollution from carbon monoxide, dioxide, whatever, all that stuff. The sky that we see is shrinking ever so smaller every day because of us. You see, with every source of light that we make on Earth, street lights, bigger cities, apartment, and those stupid LEDs from the Ford F-150 tailgating me as I'm driving down the street just trying to get home as I'm already going 10 over and it's still riding my bumper. I got ahead of myself. The faint stars in the sky are ever losing their competition with artificial light sources to be picked up by your eyes. The sky used to be packed full of spectacular colors, and no matter where you would go, you could see every constellation with the naked eye. You could pick up other galaxies, you could see the arms of our own galaxy, and you could see how big they were and how small you were. Them, they, the heavens, the gods, stars, all of creation whatever you want to call it. Today, there are few places in the world that you can see the sky as the ancients did. And if you live in the entire eastern half of America, you're kind of just screwed, unless you travel by a boat to the middle of the ocean. But if you could, just try to imagine what it would be like to stare into the night sky and see stars. Millions, no, billions, no, even still, trillions of stars and galaxies. They take up not just part of, but your entire view. And as you look up, you know that long after you are gone and long after humanity is gone, the universe would continue, as if you never happened, and it would be okay. All of a sudden, your problems don't seem so bad, do they? Your hellhole of a career doesn't seem so important, huh? Maybe you could try to find a different one. Leave your desk. Reignite the passion for the one you have. You wouldn't be afraid to pursue what you want at your university. You wouldn't be scared of being rejected by the pretty lady that sits next to you in science class, or next to your cubicle, or that you stand in line at the coffee shop that you go to every morning at the same time because you know she's there. You'll get rejected sometimes, hell, a lot of times. You'll face difficulties. Your job will be hell. Your boss will be on your ass. These students will be unbearable. But you can push through. Their approval doesn't matter. Rejection does not matter. Find solace in the thought that humanity has been guided by moving stars for the majority of its life and been okay. Surely you have some more direction than that. Make a difference here. Mistakes don't matter. The smallest good you can do can last until the storms fade, but your worries are kinda silly. Your grades and majors and jobs don't matter, but the one thing to last enough to see the gods and the stars is us. We matter. We've seen the north change, we've seen stars explode, form, and die, and we have improved on calendars and crop advice from them.
Go outside and help some people.
Do it for your god, or the god among the stars, or whatever you want. But face that storm and walk through it, because your god is still there, and you will find place with them in the heavens. And can you just turn off your lights at nights? Like, come on, guys.